These are the darkest moments from Robot Chicken, so let's take it back in time. It's past 10 on a school night and you're still up and you see this show pop up on Adult Swim. Good times. But today we're actually gonna be talking about the bad and dark times from this show. So sit back and get ready for 15 dark moments from Robot Chicken. Make sure you stay tuned to see which skit claimed that #1 spot. But before we start, subscribe to my channel for more top 15s just like this one. Hold your seatbelt because it's definitely time to ride. Number 15, Pegasus Abuse. You would like to think a little girl finding a unicorn could be the start of some wonderful thing, but not in Robot Chicken. That just doesn't exist. Instead, the young girl poisons the unicorn.
Kinda funny, did you drug me?
Cuts his wings off and whips him several times until he acknowledges the new name she gave him.
Your name is Silence.
It's Pegasus!
The sketch was complete torture and hard to watch. Number 14, Gummy Bear Torture. This sketch starts with a happy gummy bear doing gummy bear things, right? Well, that didn't last long before the bear gets his leg caught in a trap and lets out one of the most horrific screams in TV history. No, seriously. The scream was so horrifying, fans went on to complain about how disturbing it was via phone. But it didn't end there. The sketch continues after the gummy bear has to eat his leg off in order to move forward. But then, not once, but twice, the bear's other leg was caught in a booby trap, and the scary scream of the bear was let loose again. Really, this scream could give you nightmares. Number 13, Apocalypse Pony Killings. I get it, sometimes kids can be hard-headed, but I never called Apocalypse ponies like these parents did on Robot Chicken. This sketch is especially dark because the ponies came into the family's home and completely destroys it, burning the entire house up. But not just the house took these burns. The sketch ends with the entire family being burnt alive and their skeletons left on the ground.
I think he said...
What a wicked sketch. Number 12, the Care Bear Genocide. Care Bear and genocide are just two things that should never be in the same sentence, let alone vocabulary. But in this sketch, it was just that. The sketch starts about the Care Bears complaining about the cousin bears and how they're ruining the Care Bear brand. A little friendly bear disagreement. What could be so bad about it? So actually, this was really bad. The bears then head to the cousin bears' place of protection and blows them up, completely killing all of the cousin Care Bears.
We killed all the Care...
Fortunately for them, they got karma almost as instantly as when they killed their cousins. Number 11, Wonder Pets in the Laughter House. The Wonder Pets were on a mission to save this baby cow that couldn't move. The plan was to take the cow from where it was to a comedy club named the Laughter House, a place of funs and laughs. But what they failed to realize is the Laughter House was no comedy club, but actually a slaughterhouse missing the S. Upon getting there, you hear the gun go off and the cow is dead. And what makes this sketch a little more terrible is at the end, the Wonder Pets actually eats a hamburger. Imagine that. Number 10, Cartoon Smokers.
You're one of the greatest burglars in the world. Well, congratulations, you've stolen 30 healthy years from yourself.
This sketch was said to be more effective than actual non-smoking ads. Nonetheless, it was pretty terrifying to see some of the great cartoons sick and dying from smoking. This sketch concludes with Barney making jokes about Fred while he's sick and dying. He then lights a cigarette of his own and ends up blowing them both up, killing them both.
Barney, you're an asshole.
Oh, cheer up, Fred. Bedrock is flavor country.
Put that out.
Number 9, Toy Story Massacre. I never thought I'd see the day where the toys go head to head with Call of Duty, or should I say the PS5. In this sketch, the Toy Story toys are plotting to break Andy's game system with hopes that it will make him focus on them again. Bad idea. This scene is brutal as the game system controllers start to beat and kill each toy one by one, until it concludes with Andy throwing them away and playing the game. Ultimately, he chose the game over the toys. Not cool, Andy. Not cool.
He only has 3 controllers, so there should be an opening while he's killing our 3 friends. But...
Number 8. Honey Nut Cheerios. So we all know that bees die after they sting someone. However, that caught us completely off guard in this sketch parodying the Honey Nut Cheerios bee. The famous bee comes in to bless the boys with a delicious bowl of cereal, and in the process, his stinger accidentally goes in one of the kids' arm. It's sad as the bee body picks apart, you hear the bee grasping for life and saying, "I can feel my heart slowing down and I'm so scared." This scene could truly ruin one's childhood.
I can feel it slowing down. Oh, it stopped. I'm so scared.
Number 7. The Game of Life. This sketch is supposed to depict the process of life through the board game of life, but instead it takes a wild turn after the girl wasn't accepted into college. The skit gets into dark topics like sexual abuse, assault in the workplace, domestic violence, child neglect, and more. It ends with her killing her drunk husband while she was being abused. Hopefully this doesn't actually become anyone's game of life. Number 6. Everybody Hates. It's very clear how this episode is dark and also highly offensive. This skit was actually pulled from TV because of both of those reasons. It depicts people making jokes about Jesus as they whip and crucify him. Just all around not a good idea.
Yes, everybody hates.
Number 5. The Cuddle Bear Assault. We all love how after we wash our clothes, it smells good and it's soft and it's vibrant. But Robot Chicken took it too far here in this skit, parodying laundry detergent. It took a turn for the worse once the guy kept rubbing on the bear, and then he took the bear in the bathroom with him doing You can hear the bear screaming things like, "No, this is not good." It's all around a very weird and dark episode.
Good as new.
My, you're just so huggably soft.
No, I'm not really.
Number 4. Fred and Barney's Big Fight. They definitely ruined the Flintstones after Fred and Barney started fighting over a box of Fruity Pebbles. Fred starts getting the upper hand in the fight when Barney gets upset and gives him a severe blow to the head with a stick, which then kills Fred. As the skit continues, Barney tries to get rid of his body, and then he realizes that there's multiple witnesses. He then turns into a psychotic mass murderer, killing everyone and everything in sight until...
everything's a rock.
The nerve of some people.
What a weird way to advertise Fruity Pebbles.
Fruity Pebbles aren't important.
Number 3. The Tooth Fairy Multiple Endings. This sketch had 3 different endings, and it didn't stop each one from equally being horrifying. And by the end of each one, 2 or more people ended up getting killed. This sketch showed the devastating ending of domestic violence and how scary it is for the child. And not to mention, the mom always ended up deceased, which is another trauma, losing a parent. Scary and very dark.
Who the hell are you?
Number 2. In Memoriam. Seth Green is no stranger to disturbing people's peace, and that's exactly what he did here in this skit, featuring himself. It starts with them giving memorials to the members they lost when they realized they didn't lose many people. This is when the skit goes bad to very, very bad, with him going on a killing spree, killing several members of his team. This is by far, if not one of its most gruesome skits yet. You'd think you'd be happy that you didn't lose that many people on your team, but not Seth. Apparently, that triggered something.
Stupid partner!
Number 1. Wizard of Oz Locked Up. Now down to the number 1, assuming we're all familiar with Wizard of Oz. This scene is especially dark because it depicts the characters going to jail for murder. But while there, not only did one of them get assaulted, but it also showed suicide, and one ended up getting decapitated. It ends with Scarecrow committing mass murders in jail, which got him the electric chair. And because all of that, got this skit as number 1 most dark skit on my list.
Ain't lying.
Which one is the darkest to you? Are there any that I missed? Comment below. And make sure to subscribe, like, and of course, comment. Because I'll be replying. Until next time, let's go Ties gang.